In this video, we're going to be looking at the product rule for derivatives of functions. And the product rule comes up if we have a function, f of x, that is the product of two other functions. Let's call them u of x times v of x. And we want to find the derivative, f prime of x, of that function. The product rule says that the way that we find this is that we take the first function times the derivative of the second function. Oops, sorry, let me fix that. There we go. So the first function times the derivative of the second function plus the second function times the derivative of the first function. Okay, so that's what the product rule says. And so I'll just give you an example here. Find f prime of x if f of x equals, let's say it's, boy, having troubles with my pen here today. Let's say it equals 3x squared plus 7. And let's multiply that by, I don't know, 4x minus 2. Okay. So if we're going to do a problem like this, and we wanted to use the product rule, when we're looking at our functions, we have this first function here that the book has called u of x. And so that is this function right here. And then the second function, v of x, is just, again, the second function, the thing that we're multiplying. And so if we follow the formula that we've been given here, it says we're going to find f prime of x by taking the first function, that's the 3x squared plus 7, and multiplying it by the derivative of the second function. So when I'm looking at our second function, 4x minus 2, the derivative of 4x is 4. The derivative of minus 2 is 0 because it's just a constant. And so that is this whole first part of our product rule. We have the first function times the derivative of the second function. Plus, we want to take the second function, 4x minus 2, and we want to multiply that by the derivative of the first function. And in this case, our first function, 3x squared plus 7, if I find the derivative of that, the first term, since it is a polynomial term, I would bring the 2 down front times the 3x. I would subtract 1 from the exponent, but that's just going to give me a 1 there. So 2 times 3x. And then plus 7, well, the plus 7, when I take the derivative of that, because it's a derivative of a constant, that just turns into 0. Okay, so here is the initial setup of what the product rule looks like. From this point, you're just using basic algebra to clean up the way the function looks. So f prime of x is equal to, I can distribute the 4 inside both of the parentheses. So I'll have 12x squared plus 28. And then here, this 2 plus 3x, that's a 6x. I can distribute that inside these parentheses. 6x times 4x is going to give me 24x squared. 6x times negative 2 gives me negative 12x. And then combining like terms here, f prime of x is equal to 12x squared and 24x squared. That's going to be 36x squared minus 12x, minus 12x plus 28. And there I have used the product rule to find the derivative of a function that is the product of two other functions.